Yeah. Step into the ring where the lights burn bright. Thursday night, we ignite. It's a heavyweight fight. Steel steps, no fear. We go deep, we go raw. Talking truth, so the parts won't touch. Breaking the law. Steel steps, we taking it higher. Real talk, no chill. Spitting fire. On, locked in it. We bring the heat. Every Thursday night, we can't be beat. We can't be beat. We can't be beat.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic Hot alongside my guy, Mr. Moyo Fit Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Thursday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyo Fit, how you doing this evening, sir?
What you do, baby? Two-man power trip is back. It's getting hot and humid outside, but you know, it's about to be summer. It is what it is. So, you know, let's see who's things heating up in the world of wrestling.
Absolutely, early stages of the heat. You know what I mean? Like we ain't even really get to the brink of the humidity just yet, but you know we tipping 90 degrees today, going into tomorrow and the next couple of days. So everybody in the tri-state area, you know, stay hydrated, stay cool. To those visiting the tri-state area, welcome aboard, and hopefully somehow, some way, you know, within the algorithm, Still Steps is on your feed, you know, while you in town for the FIFA World Cup and stuff, because you know that's all going on. Kicking off this week, so you know it's definitely going to be a lot going on here in the city of brotherly love and within the tri-state area. So, other than that, Mr. Moyo Fit, we're here another week of that turnbuckle talk. Definitely got a host of things to discuss. You know, we got the updates for the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournament that's currently on, you know, going on in the WWE, as well as the Owen Hart Cup that's taking place in AEW. A couple of updates for AEW Forbidden Door event coming up in a couple of weeks. But first things first, you know what? How convenient. We got the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring going on, and then AEW got the Owen Hart Cup. That just like triggered just now, like
about to say,
like how convenient. Like this is all transpiring, you know, all around the same time. So it's like you know,
to defend WWE, like they usually do have the tournament around this time every year.
True, this is true.
It's always been in June, pretty much.
Right,
even back in the 90s,
right?
So,
oh yeah, no question. It just hit me. I was like, wait a minute, how convenient. We got two women's tournaments going on in the respective brands, right now. But it's pretty dope. I like the layout of all the respective tournaments that's going on. But I did want to bring something to the table today. I was getting ready to say this morning because it was something that I did hear in the morning a few days ago. And to me, I feel like if we're going to start this show, I think this show needs a theme. And I think there's one word that can match this theme, which is opportunity. And I say the word opportunity because I feel like we're in a totally different space of pro wrestling, which, you know, years past, we were in an era where like there's that major name, which, you know, always bring people to the doors to sell tickets. And I think we're in a bit of a different space now where, like, you know, while we do have some main names that are on some of these major promotions, I think there are some names that's like coming up nowadays and like really taking advantage of what, you know, the product now and where the product is today. But I say that to say because a few days ago on Busted Open, Bully Ray, he made a comment in regards of, you know, today's wrestling and saying that he's very bored with pro wrestling. Quote, he said, "I'm very bored with pro wrestling for the most part. Nothing really gets me going. Every once in a while in the WWE, every once in a while in AEW, every once in a while in TNA. Something catches me, something resonates with me, where I'm emotionally invested. but for the most part, I'm very bored. Everything is very cookie cutter. Everything is very safe. I would say maybe AEW, if there's risk to take, AEW would take some more of the risk. So in his case, he's pretty bored with today's product and pro wrestling. So I sat on this for a couple of days, and it had me thinking about this, and I cannot disagree any more than with his stance of the boredom. And I feel like this might kind of come into play with what I had said a couple of weeks ago. Remember, I was saying like there's something different in the world, like with the internet wrestling community per se. And I'm beginning to think, does a lot of people within the IWC feel the same way as Bully Ray? Because if they do, I'd love for them to share why they may feel like um the respective brands are boring at this point. But I feel like now where everybody are today, it's a great opportunity for them to one get their names out there, but also two to be able to vie for the opportunity for not only just television time, but being able to be a marquee name to vie for a specific championship run. And there's a great amount of talent. I feel like that's like really like taking that taking that opportunity and taking advantage of this opportunity. Before we go, dive into like, any specific names who we believe are taking an opportunity right now. Your thoughts on the comments from Bully Ray made a few days ago, and where do you see overall like the opportunities available within like the major promotions today?
So Bully Ray, as much as respect him and love him from the ECW days, he sound very, the old man. Get off my lawn,
Hmm.
like this. Is like he really does. Like I'm sorry, Bully, but let's be real, bro. Like you said, the product is different. Is a little more cookie cutter. They're playing it more safe. Like yeah, because you don't want how things were in the background he's used to. Like those guys were getting hurt and beating each other up on a weekly basis, and like it's not the same. You have people who now are just characters on the screen. They invest into these people, like these men and women who busted behinds. They invest in them. They
Right.
need them to be there, not only to be on television, but to do their circuits on the house shows and like this, the European shows and all that. So yeah, they're gonna play a lot of stuff safer than what they did back in the day, which is fine. Like there's like you can't look at the way the product AEW is putting out right there and say you're bored watching that.
Right.
It's like how? Like they're putting on amazing match after amazing match after amazing match. If anything, it's sometimes too amazing where they kind of have matches on regular TV that you kind of like, damn, they should have saved this for a pay per view or something. but it's like it just shows you how much talent they have. Same thing with WWE. And the issue with WWE is that it might be cookie cutter is because they're trying to steer away from those harsher like things of like blood and too much profanity and stuff like that because once again of all the sponsorships and all that stuff, so they can't be as hardcore or as rated R as they want to be, even being on streaming platforms like Netflix and Peacock and all that stuff, where they can actually want to curse and do more stuff. They can. They are
Right.
obviously their right to, but they know when they do that, a big part of their product is watched by kids. So you just have to like something people don't want to do, man, is change with the times. But like this, I can understand how bullied like this because at times I used to feel that way. It's like, man, this is not what it used to be, and no, it's not what it used to be. But that doesn't mean it's boring or like not interesting. Like, dude, like you can't, especially coming from a wrestler. Like, how can
Yeah.
you see this talent that you see in front of you? You see a Oba Femi, you see a Trick Wing, you see a Allspray, you see our man Swerve, you see like this, you see MJF like this. How are you not entertained and like this and be like, damn, Like these people are killing it. Look at the women you had back in the day that you dealt with, Bully. Like, how can you see the women of today, of your Biancas, your Rias, your Willows, your Mercedes, all this stuff? Like, how can you not be interested in watching these women perform on the most top elite level and say it's watered down? No, if anything, is better than what it was.
Yeah.
So he just has to, honestly, something he's probably not going to do, because once again he's a certain old head of a certain age. I think he's not changing with the time of what he's seeing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with that, and it just had me thinking about, again, talking about like the week it's been, and just overall, like over the last several months of those individuals like who are like stepping up. Talk about in the world of WWE. Like you look at, like you mentioned, the Obafemis, like the Trick Williams, like on the women's side, like you have your Lash, you have your Jade evolving. Like, it's a great time for new talent to be introduced and being produced as a quality figure outside of just one standard name. You know what I'm saying? Like, while we do have Roman Reigns as a champion today, it's actually refreshing to see the mid card getting a little more shine than what they may not have been getting over the last couple of years. They're looking at like AEW like last night, thinking about the matchup between Shane Taylor and John Moxley for the Continental Championship. While Moxley picked up the win, it was actually refreshing to see STP, Shane Taylor Promotions, come out and wreak havoc on not only on Moxley, but to the Death Riders. And it's like, okay, Moxley got the win, but STP, they got the pause of, be on a national television as far as being able to take out a faction who's been like killing the AEW scene for like the last couple of years, So it opens that door for them to have a possible feud going into the next couple of weeks, or maybe even into Forbidden Door that's coming up very, very soon. Like I love seeing these moments, giving them the bigger plates, the bigger story, like looking at like the TNT champion, Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, making a name for himself, and being the champ. And also now one of the newest members of the Don Callis family, like who's like growing like each and every week.
All 35 of them.
yeah. They are the Wu-Tang of
sure.
AEW right now.
For sure.
But
I think I was reading. I think they have like 15 active members.
Really?
I was like, what? Like, even I was like, no, nah. It was like I thought it was like 8 or 9. I was like 15. What the hell? Like,
right. One thing I'll give AEW their props for, and I'll go back to Kevin Knight in a minute. Like, everybody that's actually part of this faction is getting some sort of time somehow, some way, whether it's on AEW Dynamite or on Collision. Like, they're figuring out a way for everybody to have a place where it matters. And that was a little bit off at some point with AEW, but I don't know what's been going on lately. Personally, I feel like they might have the better promotion right now as of this day. As of this day, they may have the best promotion of the year. But just getting back to Kevin Knight real quick, like, again, being a new member of the Don Callis family, like, aside from that, like, he has a few feuds on his plate that he can shine even more for, with Darby Allin, after the attack on Darby at the end of Double or Nothing, and he's still out here challenging MJF for the world championship. So it's like, they're building, like they're creating these lanes for new talent to develop, and also be a showcase for the brand. Like, I love to see it. And WWE, I feel like they're getting back to that point where they're beginning to allow talent to shine a little bit more. Again, you know what I mean, naming like the tricks, like Carmelo is starting to like make stride on the SmackDown brand. Like you're getting it. Like there's a reason why Kit Wilson is with someone like the Miz, to learn and also be able to evolve and not get lost in catering. Being part of the SmackDown brand. So like I feel like there is like various opportunities out here for talent to shine. Like, is everybody going to be able to commit to being able to follow suit as far as developing that shine? But there is one name I did leave off purposely, and we could actually have a good conversation about him in a few minutes. But just talking about the opportunities, like any other names that you see out here that are making like great becoming an opportunist for where we are in the state of pro wrestling.
We talked about last week. That's Leo Rush. Like Leo Rush is definitely making an opportunity for himself.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine. He's like this. He's coming. Like he's just like, you have to be of a certain talent, head to toe, like totally be immersed in that character to pull it off in 2026 more than anything. In this year of 2026, to pull that off, where people are like buying it. Like they know who you are. They know you don't act like that outside of the ring. But like they're so immersed because the way he pulls it off, the movements he does and all that stuff, how he crawls around and all that stuff, like you're into it. And I think he is finally, after all this time, because I know he has a lot of ups and downs in the pro wrestling business, but I feel like right now he's finally like getting his stride of where people are like, okay, now we're starting to get it. Like we always knew he was talented like this. Like he's always been, one of my favorite wrestlers to watch because he's talented and he has a charisma about him. Yeah, that like whatever role he did, he had such a charisma about him, it worked. But it was just like a lot of behind the scenes and personal stuff that always will like his personal life stuff will just throw him off course. So now I was glad to see he's really getting it. So Leo Rush, what's name, man, I know El Grande Americano. How is a German man the most popular luchador in all of Mexico?
Yeah.
that guy is so over in Mexico. And I know we still have CMLL, but in like that's the biggest promotion in Mexico. But AAA with him, like it's crazy. These people love him. Can't get enough. I saw him, he was hugging them, they were crying. Like it was like people like crying, and he was tearing up. Like he speaks Spanish so fluently. Like he's once again immersed himself into the character. The old saying, took lemons and made lemonade. He made a whole damn fruit stand. Like he didn't took that character they gave to him on some, honestly, because the other guy who we're going to talk about, I'm sure in a couple minutes, got hurt. So he took on the character as almost like as a he type thing, and it propelled him not only to being the biggest, like what the hottest he's been so far in that organization, but one of the biggest stars in Mexico. Like nobody saw that coming, and he's taking advantage of an opportunity he was given. And he probably didn't want to do it at first, but he probably said to himself, look, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go in all the way. Right. And now El Grande Americano, Louis Kaiser, we know who it is, but he is killing it right now. Killing it. We knew he had the potential. We knew when he was with Gunther, it was something with him. Like we saw it, but we didn't know it was gonna be this. So purposely didn't leave. I left the other guy we're going to talk about in a minute on purpose, but between Leo Rush, Grande Americano, those two right now, they are definitely understanding an assignment. And they're like, yo, we're going to take this character We're gonna make it special. People are gonna love me, believe in me. Those two guys, because that's not thing about with wrestling. They're all characters in a sense.
Right.
But there's somebody playing a character that's based in an extension of themselves, and then you got somebody who's playing a character of an actual gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
So the Grande Americano is a gimmick, but the fact you took that gimmick and made it something special, that's when you really truly understand pro wrestling. And right now he is killing it.
The reactions he received, it's almost Michael Jackson-esque.
Yo, I told you, I'm seeing men crying.
Yeah,
I'm like, I do know the guy's German, right? It's like, but they do the reactions he's been getting, the ovations, the people just singing along with him, and just like they lose their mind. This is the guy who you need to make your AAA mega world champion. Like it's him. Like, yeah. So I said I'm like, because think about it, the guy, my man, what's his name? My man, the Viking guy, Vikingo. So he was the guy. They loved him, but all of a sudden they start. I don't know. The crowd just threw a whole 360 on him and just start hating him when Dominic came around. So when Dominic came, it was like, oh, we hate this guy. Dominic's that guy. But now you got Grande Americano. He's the guy now. If there's a guy that dethroned Dominic, clearly that's your guy, and you take it and you run with it as long as you can before eventually he's going to come back on the main roster WWE side as himself, and it's going to be great.
Then again, I don't know. I really don't know.
They will eventually, because I said no. When he wants to become a champion, take it and run with it as long as you can. Because he's gonna be the hero, but eventually in all wrestling, a shinier new toy comes eventually.
Yeah.
So whatever that shiny new toy comes along, whether it's a babyface or a heel, that's what's going to dethrone him. And then from there, he might, because he might want to just go back to the States on a permanent basis and be himself again. Who knows? But if he's happy with this character, because number one guy right now in Mexico, he found his girlfriend over there. Like, he's living the life. So I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, well, I follow the motto: if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? You might want to run with this for a little bit much longer than.
I say a little bit longer. I say he got a good another, I'm talking about strong prime.
Yeah,
2+ years easy.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same about that time frame, but at least about a good 2 years. But I do want to say though, mentioning Dominic, I know we were talking about this last week because we were a little uncertain about Dirty Dom's status about being propelled in the world title contention, and then ironically he ended up picking that win in this King of the Ring tournament, which he'll be facing Obafemi this upcoming Monday.
So he's gonna get murdered this coming Monday.
I'm gonna go on the lines and say Dirty Dom wins.
He ain't winning. If he does, it's because Brock Lesnar interferes.
Oh yeah, no question. They gotta sell part 3 for SummerSlam.
Yeah, but that ain't till August. So I'm like, what are you gonna do for another month and a half? It's only mid-June.
Unless they do it at what's coming up? What's the next one? What's a Crown Jewel? Night of Champions?
Night of Champions. So that's. So I don't think they're gonna do it there because it's supposed to be unless I'm mistaken, unless they change it. It's supposed to be every match is supposed to be for a title,
right?
So it can't be a Night of Champions. They push Money in the Bank back, so at the Night of Champions will have to be SummerSlam because it's a 2-night event. So unless they just do a thing of they just beat the hell out of each other every other week to build the match for SummerSlam.
Yeah,
because he's not gonna win King of the Ring, but then because like I said, Brock is gonna cause him to have a count out or something. He might F5 him outside. something stupid. I don't even like stupid in a good way, but like something stupid.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I for some reason I think Dom is gonna come out victorious.
I
Like
always
just
do. That's my. You already know. Like, I've been singing this man praises for the past 3.5 years. Like
I
it's
mean,
my boy.
I think we all have. It's
Yeah,
like
it's my boy.
shoot.
Every time. But
But it was just funny how everything went down this past Monday where, you know, Dom, was coming out, talking and shit to Oba. And then they had JD, come up from behind with the chair and and hit Oba with the chair that did absolutely nothing.
not a
So
damn thing.
yeah, so keep in mind there was a moment on Raw where Liv did say something on the lines of where like she does have a plan, and that pretty much they left it at that. So I'm thinking for this upcoming matchup, there's definitely going to be some outside interference from the Judgment Day, but yeah, it might, you know what I mean. Gotta watch out for Liv. Like Liv got something up her sleeves with this one to keep her dirty diamond in the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Your boy, which I'm good with because they both need something right now. Because Dom's still getting reactions he's getting because he's Dom. He's my guy. Liv, I don't know what the hell they're doing with Liv. I get it because the injury to Stephanie is like because the plan was after she won at WrestleMania was to continue the rivalry
Right.
afterwards, but they both were hurt. That's why the match was so fast, and Stephanie was hurt because of the shoulder, so
Yeah.
she's been out. So I think Stephanie's going to come back soon and play a part of Liv. Obviously not winning Queen of the Ring because it's like because I was like, why is she in the King of the Ring? She's a world champion. Like the whole point of the Queen of the Ring is for somebody to win and challenge one of the champions. So honestly, I thought on Monday she was going to lose, and then when she won, I was like, okay, what the hell are we doing here?
Right.
So it was like I was so confused. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? I was like, they're not going to merge. I know for damn sure they're not going to merge the titles. Like,
nah,
not at this point. Like, this is going to be two world. Sorry, people. There's going to be two world champions from here on out. Like, it's never going to be undisputed champion again. At least for like another 10, 15 years, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know what so they're doing this just I think they're keeping her in the Queen of the Ring just so they can have something for her because they don't have nothing for her right now. Like, it's like you got who you got. Like, she's not going to feud with Becky because it's two heels. Like, there's Ruka just won the Intercontinental title, so she's not going to feud with her. You have Bayley, but Bayley's doing stuff with Lyra as a tag team. So, even though she could do stuff with Liv, but I don't think they're going to go that route.
Right.
What's the name? So it's like, Bianca's pregnant. Naomi just had a kid. So it's like, it's just no. So she really got no real challengers that will create a lot of interest right now besides the two women that's in her stable.
Yeah. And I think that's where it's leading to. I think it's definitely leading to a major push for Roxanne to
as
happen.
It should be.
Like I think that's probably where that next step will go. And I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the Roxanne Stephanie connection were to develop when Stephanie returns, and then they kind of get together to feud with Liv and possibly Raquel. You know what I mean? The Judgment, Judgment Day against Stephanie and Roxanne. Like, I don't think that would be the worst thing to happen, but
it'd be interesting. It'd be kind of like that's almost I'd rather for them to both hate Liv but not be on the same page.
Right.
It's like, listen, like we both don't like her, but let's make it clear we don't like each other either. It's cool for people to just like not get along.
You want the title, basically.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like this. Like, listen, like you're a baby face. I'm a baby face now, but like that doesn't mean we need to be together. Like, I want the title just as much as you do. And Roxanne, I've been singing her praises forever. That's why they call her prodigy. They know she's different. She's good. She is only 25 years old, 24, 25.
Yeah.
She's one of the best women's wrestlers out there, but I'll put her against anybody, and she will have a great match. Like for sure. Like I have no doubt. Like she's the shit. She really is.
Yeah, and not to go extremely way left because I do want us to discuss the name that we did leave off as far as like opportunities, but I think what we described as far as what we'd love to see out of Roxanne and Stephanie is exactly what is getting AEW over with their stories. Like you have talent that's like cool, kind of getting into like the cliques per se, like with the Don Callis family and things like that. But then you still got those members of those factions that's like, listen, although MJF might be paying us to do certain shit, I'm coming for that title, MJF. You know what I mean? Like, hence what Kevin Knight is doing, or like what Andrade, although he's not really, approving a lot of the stuff that Don Callis is doing, because he also wants that title shot.
Because he's a whore.
We gotta talk about the whore and his dress off with Orange Cassidy too.
Figure the whore wants a dress off. Okay.
Right. Did you see that last night?
I saw like clip notes on it. I was like, what? I was like, oh, typical horror mentality.
Well, in a way, Orange Cassidy started it. Like he started it.
I know he did,
but Orange Cassidy, he killed it. Somehow managing to have a pair of jeans on within a pair of jeans and rocking some tearaway jeans. I don't know where it's 2026. I don't know where you can find tearaway jeans at, but
yeah,
somehow,
especially me, dude. That's that get money stuff. He's like, you know a guy who knows a guy,
right? Exactly. Don Callis talking about something that was copyright infringement as far as like with the taking the pants off and stuff. Like, it was crazy, man. Like,
but Andrade got that from Angel. Angel Garza.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing that for like the past 15 years.
Right.
Back in the TNA days, he's been doing that forever.
Right, and he's working this catchphrase now. How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
It's so funny. I swear, anything with a dialect makes stuff funnier. Like you got some type of dialect accent, it just makes it come off funnier for whatever reason. Because us Americans are amused for some reason about accents. I don't know why, but when he says, "How'd you know?" We're like,
right.
You hear him? He said, "How'd you know?"
Said it. He said, "How do you know?"
He didn't say, "How do you know?" He said, "How'd you know?" It's like, you put it together. Oh my God, he's clever. It's like,
oh man, they're definitely getting away with a lot of stuff. Like with that, I even like with the conglomerate, with what they got going on right now, like with their t-shirts. Like, then it's kind of adopting like the Orange Cassidy t-shirts, where like with their face. But now like Roderick has one with his face, and Kyle has one with his face. Like,
and it's funny, but just get back on Andrade real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this, right? So after he had the match, my wife's watching this. Like, she's not really paying attention, but she's like, she remembers Andrade. First thing she said, she's like, "Oh, isn't that Charlotte Flair's husband?" I was like, "Not anymore, sweetie." She's like, "Okay." She was like, "Wow, his trunks are really small." I was like, "Yes, it's kind of the gimmick. Like, he just, he's very comfortable in himself." So he had this championship belt on. She was like, "Oh, he's the world champion." I was like, "No." She was like, "Oh, what title is that?" I was like, "I don't know. It's not even with this company." She was like, "Oh, you were allowed that?" I was like, "In this company, yes. In this company, the more belts, the better." They just like, they don't care. They was like, "You're a champion, cool. Wear it over here."
As long as it ain't WWE title.
Exactly. I think it's some Mexican company. It's not CMLL or Triple. Obviously not AAA.
Right.
I think it's another Mexican company somewhere, and he's the world champion. He won his belt like months ago. what's his name, but I remember like seeing it on his Instagram.
No,
But
he's the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion.
that's what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, like okay, it's like geez, it's like all right. It's I told you I said AEW is the New Japan of the States. New Japan has so many titles also, but it worked though.
Right.
Like it seemed like they were more important in Japan than it is over here because like the continental, the international, the national. I was like, that's just lazy writing right there. There's like this. All right, we got we got the continental. We can't say intercontinental, so we're just gonna take the word off. Continental.
Right.
Like this. All right, so we got the international. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take some letters off. And the national. That's just like they did the same thing twice. It's like it's like all right. I said lazy.
Yeah, that international one had me thrown off just a little bit. I was like, wait, international, not intercontinental? Like hold on, wait a second. Like which is which? 6 7? Say no.
Yeah. Can't sue us. It's not
right.
the continental. It's the
right. Like no, it didn't say that.
Yeah.
No, definitely didn't say that. But since we are you know me on a run with AEW, let's just talk about the Owen Hart Cup tournament that's going on.
If we get back to the guy who deserves his flowers.
We'll get back to that in WWE and you know kind of wrap it up from there. But you know again you know we do got this Owen Hart Cup tournament that's going on, and as of yesterday, we do have the finals match already set for the men's division, which will be Will Ospreay going up against Swerve Strickland. A little bit of a rematch we seen not long ago. So you know, definitely looking forward to this one. That Swerve and Brody King match was badass last night. Like them boys, they was cooking. I'll tell you one thing, Brody King, like that dude, he's a brawler, man. Like he's a brawler, and he can wrestle. Like you know, he can get tech savvy with you in a ring. It's just crazy, like how he's not a singles champion yet. Like,
yeah, I know all these damn titles they got. We just mentioned.
Yeah,
like, sheesh.
Look, Mark Davis is the national, national champion.
Mark Davis is the national champion. Like, no disrespect to Mark Davis. That was a hell of a hell of a match.
Mm-hmm.
With Will Ospreay, like a hell of a match.
They cook every time they
that shit was crazy. But damn, come on, Brody been there longer. He been cooking these last like 2 years. Like, bro, give him one of them titles.
One of them things.
Like, just give him, stall him out. Stall him out.
Stall him out, Debo. But on the women's side, you know, we still have the match coming up next week with Mercedes Moné going up against Hazuki. And then we also have Athena that's going to be going up against the Cinderella of the brackets right now, Maya World. And you know, shout out to Maya World because you know, I mean, she stepped in as a replacement. And also too, want to send my heartfelt condolences out to Maya World. You know, learning the passing of her brother this past week. So you know, on behalf of the Still Steps, our thoughts and prayers are with you, your family, and friends of to your brother. But you know, it was. I'll be honest with you. I thought her match with Sky Blue was getting ready to go into like a possible squash match, and it actually turned out to be probably like one of the top two matches of last night's episode of AEW Dynamite. Like damn good match between her and Sky Blue, and with her picking up the win, like definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. His name, like I said, Maya. Definitely the Cinderella story. Sky Blue, she has such a high ceiling ahead of her. Like this, you can tell. Like this, like it's like she's another person who's like she just like she's like with the shit pretty much. She's like loves the brawl, loves the just get down and dirty. Maya is a true sentimental favorite. She's going against a baddie though. Athena is Athena's that girl, man. She has been for a long time now. The forever champion, all that. She is something different. So now we're gonna see what this is gonna turn out to be. I honestly have Maya winning this match also.
Really?
Yeah, I actually have her winning this match.
Really?
I think she's gonna make it to the finals against Mercedes. I only because right now her sentimental value is so high. I think it's more money in the Athena versus Mercedes, but for some reason I think they're going to save that for later down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one reason. I think they want that match one on one. I think they want it later down the road for like a bigger like blow off pay per view type thing.
You know what? What you just said, it does make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue it. Like, you have this Cinderella story that you can tell, just speaking on far as her just being the replacement in the tournament, and with her being able to take out Sky Blue, someone that's part of a pretty pivotal faction right now. Yeah, now getting ready to go against the forever champion, and being as though that there's no ROH Women's Championship on the line, and
Mm-hmm.
her and Athena they fought quite a few times. So like
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying, I'm beginning to buy it. Like I'm liking it. Like, I'm really liking it. And
this will be this match, and if they build it right, can be actually the headline, like the main event of a pay per view.
Yeah,
if they do it right. So like, I mean, so that's what I'm just saying. Like, it's all opinions, but
TK ain't stupid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like that's printing money right there. So, and especially if Athena's still a champion of ROH like this at that time. So like that, like which would honestly, realistically, would mean she would be the champion well into going to the fall of the year. You know what I'm saying? So like fall this year. So it builds a lot, like creates a lot of intrigue if Mercedes goes on to win the world title. You know what I'm saying? So like, which I think is in the cards. So like so I'm just gonna go with that. Like I said, doesn't mean I'm right, but to me, makes a lot of sense. So it sounds good. See what happens.
I like it. I actually like it. Yeah. But a couple other matches that were announced last night. My boy Zack Sabre Jr. coming back, and he's calling out Kenny Omega for their first fight in the United States. I ain't gonna hold you. Once I saw this video package come up and saw that was ZSJ and he was calling out Kenny, I ain't gonna lie. I started looking at the credit card bills like, hey, can I make it to San Jose in a couple of weeks? Like, oh man, this is going to be a classic between those two.
Oh, for sure. Like this, Zack Sabre Jr. has been one of the best wrestlers for the past like talking about in his stride, like in like prime, like this, like going into things like the past, like definitely for the past 6 to 8 years of being like a guy people know the name a lot more often because he had that match with Bryan Danielson,
right?
And everybody was like, oh shit, this is like that match. I think a lot of people took note. Like even me, like I was like, because I knew him, but I didn't know him because I don't watch Japan like that.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh damn, this is crazy. And to see that style of wrestling, where it's not a lot of spots, it's a lot of chain wrestling, a lot of power. I mean, a lot of submission moves and holds, and
love it.
Like it's like it was so interesting and had the crowd still the edge of their seats. Then became the IWGP champion and everything. Like it's just. Like his time is now, where he's like told you once again when you get into a stride, you just go to the next levels, elevate. So with him and Kenny Omega, I think he's at the point in his career too where he's still puts on great matches, but he's also at a point where I think he's just like trying to put on great matches, but at the same time putting people over.
Yeah.
So what's his name? So he will be a great, and I mean great dance partner to make Zach look so amazing and lethal to where anytime he comes to the States, it's an attraction, not just okay, Zach's here. It's like oh shit, Zach's coming. Oh, okay, sure. Let's see what this is about. So it's gonna be good, man. Just like it's another good match. Kenny's gonna sell like crazy like this. So it's told you perfect dance partner.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
perfect dance partner. Honestly, because this event is being held in San Jose, I think it's the perfect location for it to take place because it's also a frequent spot that New Japan would run on occasions whenever they host their New Japan strong promotion events. Like everything is in the clouds for this to be could be a potential classic match. So we'll see more to come with that. Also, there was the announcement of the steel cage match, which will involve the Don Callis family. Well, excuse me, MJF, who then pimped out the Don Callis family with the briefcase of money. As of now, Kevin Knight is on board with MJF. He still has to select 3 more individuals for the match, but it would be MJF and Don Callis family going up against Mark Briscoe and his team of 4 that he still needs to select. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, a team of 5. He needs to select because it'll be 6-on-6. So shockingly, they didn't say that it was going to be the conglomerate.
I thought that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see who he's going to select to battle in this match, which will be in a steel cage. So whoever he got is definitely gonna be some brawlers. But my guess, it's likely to be like a combination of maybe some New Japan and CMLL talent that'll probably be on his team.
Okay.
Maybe 2 from the AEW roster, but then the remaining 4 will probably be like a mixture of New Japan and CMLL talent.
Yeah, more than likely. That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, but I was about to say beforehand, like too soon for a New Day arrival.
Yeah, too soon.
Too soon.
Not in that atmosphere.
All right. I got you.
Because when they come in, you want the focus to be solely on them.
Right.
Yeah, so it's gonna be they're gonna come in a tag team atmosphere.
I hope so. It'll be nice.
So it'll be them. They'll come out to either the FTR or especially if that's a callback to when FTR debuted to the main roster WWE. When they did that, it was against the New Day, and they beat them. So what's name? So when they came from NXT to the main roster, they debuted, beat the New Day, who were well established team, multiple time tag team champions at that time. So it'll be fitting that they go to AEW, their debut, and they did come out to challenge FTR or to make them look stupid, whatever.
Man, listen, the day they pop up in an AEW ring, you might as well say that's when like really the wrestling world is going to shift. Like once that happens, like oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a shift. But yeah, we'll see what happens if it even happens. We're just speculating right now. But yeah, so more matches for AEW Forbidden Door to be announced pretty soon. So we'll definitely hear more about it in the next couple of weeks because that pay-per-view is going down on June 28th. So yeah, so we're going to have a lot more to fill out for that event over the next couple of weeks. But so yeah, so we've been kind of dancing around the word opportunity, opportunist. Somebody right now in the world of the WWE, I think he may have one of the biggest opportunities of his career And I'm gonna need for WWE and also TKO not to fuck this up because our guy, Mr. Original El Grande Americano, also known as Mr. Thank You, Mr. Former Alpha Academy member, Chad Gable, like, you know what I mean, after putting on a phenomenal performance with the other El Grande Americano, um, he never removed his mask, revealed himself, and lately been showing his appreciation. One, you know what I mean, for the style of lucha, but he came back on this past Monday episode of Raw where he's on the apology tour and going back in, you know what I mean, making right as far as like his wrongs that he done in the past. And right now, like listening to this crowd, like the crowd is so pro Chad Gable right now. Honestly, if WWE play their cards right, and I've been trying to stay away from the comparison, but I'm gonna just say it here because I'm pretty sure everybody else is also saying the same thing. If they play their cards right with Chad Gable has the opportunity to propel and have a similar Kurt Angle like esque type of career down the road. Could potentially become a champion at some point if they play their cards right. And I just hope that they do so. Mr. Moyofit, your thoughts on the opportunities that's now being presented to Chad Gable, and what do you see in the future for Mr. Thank You?
I see a bright and amazing future. TKO. Listen. Hawk just said it. I'm gonna double back on this. Don't fuck this up, all right? You heard these reactions on SmackDown, on Raw. He got the biggest pops and cheers since he debuted there. They like, and it's legit.
Yeah,
it's not piped in noise, all that. The crowds literally went crazy when his face was on the screen and when he came out to help Rey Mysterio and them. He was super over because the people have been on the bandwagon of Chad Gable for years. The last 4 years, people who are not even no longer affiliated with this channel used to sing his praises. So it was like, so we've been saying this for years now, going on 4 years now.
Oh,
like this, yeah. So it's like we've been Chad Gable guys. Like every gimmick he's ever got, he made work when they weren't supposed to. Like this, him with Bobby Roode worked. Like this, him with Otis and Alpha Academy, it worked. Him with the original, what's my man who had to retire?
Which one?
Because he hurt his neck. They were NXT Tag Team Champions.
To my Corey? Oh no,
not Corey. The guy was Kurt Angle's son.
I know you're talking about. It's just drawing a blank right now. I'm mad. I'm not getting.
Is it Jordan something?
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yeah, what's his name? But they were over when they first came up. They were tag team champions.
Yeah,
was named like this. Like so, and he got that god awful Shorty G gimmick over. Where people didn't hate it, but
I thought it was gonna be Future Endeavor with that gimmick.
I swore that was like the writers of the wall, the old pervy guy saying like, "I'm just doing shit to mess with you now, and you're gonna be gone." But he made it work. He's still here. He's in the best shape we ever seen him in. He looks like a machine. Like, dude, make him
Jason Jordan.
Sorry. I was thinking in my head, Double J. What was the other J? Like, he makes this stuff work. And like he's athletic, he's legit wrestler.
Right.
Like this, like he can be funny, he could be like ruthless and aggressive and like just straight up. And he has all athletic talent. Dude, let that man just go out in there and just school all these other wrestlers and like you got it. Like you, I don't care what anybody says. A lot of stuff in wrestling is rinse and repeat. They've been
Right.
looking for. They've been looking for the next Rey Mysterio for the past like 18 years. What's his name? So, and they finally starting to get it with Penta. Like finally, but because they failed over and over and over again trying to get the next Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Now they got with Penta because Penta was already Penta before he came to WWE. So he ain't doing nothing different but being himself. And look at that WWE, it works. Like this, let a guy be himself, and it's over. Imagine that. What's his name? So Chad Gable is on fire right now, but you got to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you. You see, I get it right now. Y'all got plans for Oba and probably Jacob, Trick Williams. Cool. But you better put Chad Gable in that mix as well. Like this, like don't do what you did. Like it's right, you're doing it with Dom a little bit. You damn sure did it with LA Knight. Like this, dude, like you done it in the days of Cesaro, Rusev, to freaking my man, what's my man, Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
And it was Zack Ryder. He was super. Like you've done it so many times. When that flame was super white hot, and y'all just didn't, for whatever reason, just let them guys soar. Chad Gable's put in the work. He's been in WWE for how long? Like well over a decade already. He seems like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he's put in the time. He's been loyal. His contract was up recently. He resigned. He didn't leave. He could have left. Everybody swore he was AEW bound. They swore I was too, to be honest. We swore he was AEW bound. He stayed because he knew this is where he wanted to be, where he needed to be.
Yeah.
Give that man the respect he deserves. Give him the push he deserves. Like, listen, I wouldn't right now if he was to throw Penta, and that would be they would probably be matching the night, hands down. Probably be matching the night. What's name? But it doesn't make Penta look weak. And it shows one step closer of making Chad Gable the top mid-card guy before you put him eventually in a world title challenger role.
I'll say this though. Hypothetical, if he were to dethrone Penta for the IC title, it would have to be on a AAA card.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
To me, I feel like it would only be right because, like, while he's paid his dues on the WWE, main roster. Not saying that he has to remain down there. Like, he's definitely gonna, now that he's back on the main roster, like he's there. But again, like we both say, like Tikio, powers that be, don't fuck it up. But like he's still like his buzz. They have to move with caution when it comes to his buzz down in AAA now, because like he is that attraction that anyone is going to want to see him, for the company. So it's like, by him returning to the main roster, and I believe he's going to be on Raw now. Like,
looks like
it. Yeah, treat this man with care now, because like, you can elevate him to the moon at this point.
At any point, yeah, like just not any point yet. At this point right now, like you see how over he is. You see the crowd's reaction. That his music came on to help Rey Mysterio and them. The crowd, I know it's Italy, but the crowd went crazy. What's his name? And I'm sorry, USA fans, take notes.
Oh yeah.
Like, those Paris fans, the Italy, those European fans. That's how you're supposed to react and be at a wrestling show. You're not all conservative. Like, if you love the wrestling, you happy what you're seeing, like, express those emotions. Be happy, be joyful, be goofy, be nerdy, whatever. So what? You're there to
be a mark.
Yeah, exactly. You're there to have a great time. Be like, do that. Like, I don't know why I was over here. We're just like this. We'll be over here. We'll just be like, we do the simple stuff. The go to default. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Then we think, hey, yeah, we all participated. Yeah. Well, you got Hall of Florence. It's just like, damn it, I want to be there right now.
See that's why I'm a little shocked that like how like the fan reaction used to be in the old ECW days. Like I'm still shocked that hasn't like fully converted over to like today's WWE. Because like I mean I was young, much younger at the time, going to those shows where certain chants were going on, and I had to be mindful not to be saying it in front of the camera because like my dad he decided to want to watch ECW that day. He'd be like, "Oh, you was over there talking about Francine suck. You know what?"
like this. I was like, "No, Dad."
I mean, he went to a few shows with me, so he knows the chants that go on. So now that I think about it, he probably wouldn't have been that upset with me if I actually said the chants, knowing what the environment was. But I honestly I didn't really risk it. I was a little scared.
I said Francine's so rich. Yeah. Francine's so rich
for some Jack. Doodah. Yeah,
like,
but we know. Yeah, but no, like I'm surprised. Like, you know, some of those chants never like crossed over because like they were heavy back in those times.
And days then they would bleep it out so fast, and
they try to bleep most of the stuff out, but like they don't catch it all.
Yeah, because it's on channel 48. The guy probably fell asleep at the switch.
Nobody ain't watching. Meanwhile, Francis for some crap. Doodah. Like, oh man,
like,
it was wild.
Wake up! What happened? Hit the button.
True story. I actually knew of someone that worked at 48 at that time. He was very popular during the with the Urban Expression production and stuff. So he kind of like had a leg up as far as like with the tapes and stuff that was being ran at the studio, wherever that studio was. But not to go way left. You know, we always steer left somehow, but you know, got good time, you know. But we do got the King of the Ring tournament that's in progress. As of now, and I really don't have everything up in front of me. Well, other than looking at something on my iPad now, but so we got Obafemi going up against Dirty Dom next Monday. We actually had Javon Evans pulling up the upset on Monday over Seth Rollins, Tonga, and Ricky Saints. So that was actually very interesting.
Push those new stars, man.
Yeah, opportunity. So here you go. The theme of the night, opportunity. Like, you know, we got Javon Evans having this opportunity to make his way to becoming King of the Ring. We'll find out his opponent tomorrow night because that's when Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor will be squaring off to see who go on to face Javon Evans in the King of the Ring tournament.
If LA Knight doesn't win, we riot.
I don't think he's gonna be winning, my brother.
Riot. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Royce Keys. I asked for him, but I don't think they're gonna push him just yet.
Right.
Jay.
Yeah, you ain't rocking with Mr. J Bone.
Jay. Like, yo, I'm glad his intro was keeping him over.
Right.
But like this dude, he put too much energy in them entrances, bro. When it's time to say a promo or wrestle, my man be done. Like he be like,
hold on, wait, but let's not jump on Jay so fast. We need to go back to your boy LA Knight, who had a abysmal segment during Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, he really did. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
it was funny though. I said that about him in the past. I said it's like he tries to be too like on point and too slick with it and all that stuff to where he gets tongue tied. Yeah, and it comes off real like I ain't gonna say cringy. It just don't hit his mark. It's almost like a battle. I know we always talk about battle rap. It's like a battle rapper creating a scheme, and the scheme is interesting. But when you hit that, you're trying to land that punch,
And don't
it
hit.
just don't hit, and people just be like, and so he starts like double backing and just like kind of just saying gibberish because now he's freestyling. Like this, whatever the stuff he had planned already to say ain't worked. So now you gotta like freestyle. He doesn't freestyle that well, so he's like, it's started him like saying the same stuff over and over. And you just look at him like, all right, bro, like just pack it in. Just like
that Paris crowd hijacked that segment from him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him because like what he was talking, I don't know. I may have said this before. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling LA Knight right now.
It is. Listen. I'm not the. I talk highly about him because I know a star when I see one. I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan. When they say he's a combination of Stone Cold and The Rock, I see it, but I don't see it. I'm like this. I was like, why? Like, I get the charismatic part because he's like, he comes out with the glasses and the vest and the is very rockish. But even the trash talk, I'm like, it's like Stone Cold and Rock were way more entertaining trash talkers because like this, especially the Rock, because Rock was hilarious. But his name like this doesn't. LA Knight's trash talk promo skills, though very good, they're not elite and by any means. So I'm like, it is what it is. Like, but he's still, like I said, through all the craziness booking he's been on, he's still super over. He really is. He just like the fans really do want him to win the big one. Like they want it more than Jay. I'm saying that much right now. So
I don't know. I mean,
I'm trying to tell you, nobody wants Jay as a world champion. Just like this, they don't. And I rocks with Jay. You might think I don't, but I do. But no, he's not. Remember I said to be the world champion, that means the whole company has you as the guy to put the company on his back and say you're the guy who's going to bring in all the eyes. Jey Uso though has a lot of the kids, which is great because that's what you want. You want all the kids, but I just don't still think he has that thing to where a bunch of different eyes are coming in to hone into it. Like even though, and the thing about it, as I said, it's because it should. He wears all the different colors like John Cena. He has the catchy intro and he has the crowd participation with the yeet stuff. Like this, I was like, the thing like this, and he has a look, handsome dude. So his name, but like different look at the Samoan tribal tattoos on stuff. So he has a lot of the characteristics that say he should be a top guy. He really does. But then when you get him on that microphone, it gets a little You can put him in that ring to have a 5-star match. He ain't doing that. Like, let's be real. He ain't. He's gonna give you 3.5 every single time. He ain't gonna give you a 4. He's gonna give you 3.5, and you're gonna take that 3.5 and so be okay with it.
Let me ask you. So if Jay is delivering a 3.5-star match, what is LA Knight delivering?
The same exact thing.
So they're basically two peas in the same pod.
Same exact thing. Because LA Knight, once again, LA Knight has the look. He has the charisma. But he has better promo skills than Jay, which separates him a little bit. He's better on the microphone than Jay. He could talk better. Jay has
he has his mental yip moments.
Yeah, because Jay, what does Jay do? Jay just yells and gets very tired for some reason when he starts talking. He's like, you know, it's like, what just happened?
Wait, that was it?
He's like, okay, what the hell just happened? Like, I know he looks upset, but I'm not sure because now he's like smiling.
Nah, I mean, I do get that. Like, it does seem like whenever Jay does speak, like he's like very passionate. Like, I totally understand it.
He's very passionate. There's passion to the point where he gets tongue tied. Right. He shouldn't because he's not talking fast.
Right. You honestly, you know what would work for him? I actually think this probably would work for LA Knight as well. They should go to like an acting improv class. I'm being dead ass serious.
No, they should.
Like
That might work.
they should. Like
Yeah.
I think that will help enhance like the microphone etiquette. I know for a fact, like, you know, Rusev, he did that, and like you see where he is, like with his microphone. Whenever they decide to give him the microphone,
Yeah, but
like he's much better than what he was when he initially started. Like,
well,
but
that's not crazy. They don't give him the mic, and he's actually very funny and charming. Like, I don't get it.
Like, he utilized more of the microphone when he was in AEW. You know what I mean? Since, you know what I mean, where he is now in WWE. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's something about the LA Knight. Like, I was getting ready to say something else. I'm gonna hold off and saying what I want to say. I'm gonna let this match cook tomorrow, and then I'll revisit the whole LA Knight thing. And it will be a hot take for sure. You're gonna be like, "Come on, man, really?"
Yeah.
Like,
and I told you in WWE, you could be a B+ or even B- wrestler, but also be a top guy if you were an A and everything else.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just say it now. LA Knight may need to leave WWE.
You think he'll leave the WWE?
I say he may need to leave the WWE.
Oh, he may need to leave. I don't think he is.
I mean, he probably won't, but I honestly feel like if he were to depart, and I hate this, I don't want to say I hate to say this, he may need to go back to NWA.
I was about to say if he leaves, he only could go back to TNA or another like indie type place because he wouldn't fit in AEW. Like, no. he really wouldn't like this unless he's like and if he was to go AEW, he would have to play second fiddle like the side guy for like an MJF, or was there more like, you know, there's or honestly or even a Ricochet, somebody who could talk a lot of crap but be the B guy to the A side.
Right.
Like, he couldn't be the top guy. So yeah, he would have to do NWA, TNA, something like that, MLW. Like, he definitely couldn't go to AEW.
Like, he was a big deal in NWA, you know what I mean, years past. I feel like for what he's now learned from the WWE side, if anything, it would increase his pockets even more if he were to go back to the NWA, because he would be that focal point.
Right.
You know, that's just my thoughts. I'm just here.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere because, like I say, I think he's making on the business side, I think he's making a crap load of money because he sells a lot of merch.
Right.
He has the sponsorship, Slim Jim, which brings him more money.
But when the catchphrase outweighs what you got going on skill wise in the ring.
Well, Jey Uso became a world champion off that shit, so I don't want to hear that.
Hey man, it's just me, Oops. Day one.
He made Yeet. He took Yeet, something that was to me 3 years past his due date. I'm like, I didn't know this was something like that. I was like, Yeet is still a thing. Like,
to be completely fair though, that's why I appreciate AEW much more now than ever before, because like you have some characters, but everything relies on what's going on in that ring. Mm-hmm. And like when the matches are set up, most of the time, like everybody's like giving 110% max effort, to display high quality wrestling.
Like, yeah. And this been WWE's MO since forever.
Oh yes, since we were kids.
Yeah, you didn't have to be a great in-ring guy. Honestly, the great in-ring guys will always play second fiddle to the guys who weren't that great, because the guys who weren't that great was the guys who drew all the money.
Right.
To be honest. I mean, right. So that's what it's all about, drawing the money. So for every Hulk Hogan, there was a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Then you got your guys that were great and absolutely amazing in the ring, like a Ric Flair even though he was the better wrestler, he could never sell as much as Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan has this large in the life charisma that was just so undeniable that Ric Flair always was the number 2 guy. Right. I was like, which sucked ass, but it is what it is.
No, I got you. Oh, real quick, let me jump into this Queen of the Ring tournament bracket because right now we have Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and Raquel Rodriguez who have since advanced. Coming up, I believe tomorrow we have it's either tomorrow or Monday. We have Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, and Jade Cargill coming up in the matchup, and the winner of that match would then face Liv Morgan. So, well, I mean, since we're here, who you got winning this 4-way to advance and face Liv Morgan?
Facing Liv. Say the 4 girls again.
We got Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria,
no,
Charlotte Flair,
possibly,
and Jade Cargill.
I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair, and I will go with Jade costing her the match.
When Charlotte faced Liv?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I think Charlotte wins the 4-way, but then Jade costs Charlotte the match against Liv.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, because like just if they want to go different and put spotlight on the future or younger talent, they'll let Lyra win.
Yeah,
because she definitely can use it. What's her name? Because Jade is Jade. She don't need a rub right now. Because honestly, whether I know she still gets a lot of hate, Jade is actually low key cooking right now.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah,
she low key cooking right now. So shout out to Jade. She definitely some knob switched on. I don't know what it was, but she having really good matches now.
Opportunities.
Yeah,
opportunities. Word of the night.
She having real good matches right now. What's his name? So Charlotte is the one because, like I said, Liv's the heel. So you need a baby face, but baby face for kind of a bigger name, create some intrigue. Charlotte is always going to be the bigger name that has intrigue. And right now, like I said, this is the most people have actually loved and enjoyed Charlotte. So she's going to take that for all it's worth. And like I said, just creates a better intrigue of a match between her and Liv. Once again, like I said, her and Jade are far from over. So I'm sure Jade is going to do some type of interference.
Because of what you just said, I think that's going to cause both of them not to win this match. I'm actually going to go with Lyra Valkyria to win this.
Okay. I wouldn't be mad at that. I said, oh my God, it's raining hard outside. What's his name? So I wouldn't be mad at that. Like I said, it's definitely not going to be Sol. She's the Intercontinental Champion.
Right.
Makes no sense to have the Intercontinental Champion face the Women's World Champion and the Queen in the ring. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. What's
his name? So Lyra, I would like to say if she was to win, I actually wouldn't be mad at that. Like, I'm still gonna rock with Charlotte, but Lyra needs out of everybody, Lyra needs this.
Yeah, because she's I'm not gonna say she's lost, but I think over the last few weeks, there's been a lot more of Bayley being promoted more than Lyra has been. Although Bayley's been kind of like the Mickey to Lyra possibly being like the Rocky per se in this particular situation. So, but again, like with the bad blood between both Flair and Cargill, I think that's going to carry over into this match to cause them to lose, and then somehow Lyra picks up the win over Ruka. And not to mention, keep in mind, Ruka just defeated Lyra last week.
Yeah, true.
So this would be a fair way for her to be able to pick up the pin, so doesn't lose the title, and then she advances.
And people will say, I don't remember that. Like, not everybody. People forget Lyra was the first Intercontinental Champion.
That's how lackluster that the reign was, and that's what I was afraid could happen to Sol. You know what I mean, with her winning the title now.
Is things that it can get lackluster and lost, but it's things Soul got going on that makes people still more intrigued by it, and that's the WWE way of pushing certain people who look a certain way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, we'll see.
that's it. Like
If anybody missed my take on that, check out last week's episode.
Yeah, everybody know what I'm talking about. Act like y'all don't. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
We good. So, all right. Before we kick on out of here, anything else that caught your eye this week?
No, I'm interested to see what Jacob does next. What they have for plan for him, because when Seth Rollins came into the Bloodline's locker room and talking his ish, and when Jay was like, "Jacob, get him," then Jacob just walked off. Right. I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Yup, exactly what you're supposed to do." It's like this. You ain't like this. You doing it because you got to. You don't F with them like that. Don't hear that shit.
Right.
I mean, and like I said, because Roman Reigns, he's probably not going to be around for the rest of the month. So his name. So I'm intrigued to see what are they going to do with Jacob with this bloodline story, especially as events come up like this. He has nothing to do with King of the Ring, apparently.
Right.
So we're going to see what happens once SummerSlam comes around and Money in the Bank, which Money in the Bank be pushed back to September, from what I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So they pushed it back to September or October?
Hold on. Let me look that up.
I think it was September. They pushed it back to October.
Money in the Bank. Yeah. It is pushed back to October.
Yeah. I'd say it was going to be September. They pushed it back to October, which is a good idea because you got SummerSlam 2 nights in August and then turn right back around and have Money in the Bank in September is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially because then right after that, you got November, which is Survivor Series. We'll see what happened with that. The Survivor Series ain't what it used to be, but still there.
Right. I got you.
So my biggest thing, I want to see what they do with Jacob. Honestly, too, I want to see what they do with Cody because what the hell is going on with Randy Orton? It's like he punted him in the head after the WrestleMania match. He lost. He punted Kobe, closed his eye, and we have not seen him since.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, they announced SmackDown coming to Philly in August, and he's on the poster, so I'm assuming he's going to make a return sometime soon. I don't know when, but even when he does, like, where his place going to be, especially like with everybody that's coming up now with these opportunities, word of the night one more time. Like it's going to be interesting to see where he'll then fit with what's going on in today's storytelling. But I said this way back before, like they're going to somehow, some way try to like hold these championship reigns between both Roman and Cody, because when that Street Fighter premiere and all of that shit start happening, WWE gonna want every part of that. Every little bit.
You guys take those belts with you everywhere.
Right. I don't care if you're taking a shit, you're gonna have that belt. Like
but this is $1,000 suit. I don't care.
I don't care. Wear that belt, damn it.
Wear that belt around your waist.
Can hear Vince now. Wear it, damn it.
People have to know you're with us.
Oh man. No, for sure. So one thing I did just want to bring up before we kick on out of here, for those in the tri-state area, and don't shoot the messenger, but MLW will be in town for Friday and Saturday night. Friday night they're doing a taping for their Summer of the Beast event, and then Saturday night will be their Fusion TV tapings. And by the looks of it, it looks like tomorrow night is officially sold out. And I'm looking at the 2300 Arena website as we speak, and it looks like they literally have one seat available for Saturday night. Like literally literally one seat. So yeah, but I mean, if you do want to get froggy, want to take advantage of going down to the 2300 arena to see if any more tickets maybe put out, do your due diligence. But right now, it's looking like it's a sellout weekend for MLW. So hey, credit to them for that. Like, it's been a little minute since they've been back in town. So shout out to them for returning. Notable names on that card is Karrion Kross, Shotzi, Matt Riddle, the Good Brothers, and a host of more other talent that's going to be there this weekend. So for more details, definitely check out 2300arena.com. Again, that's 2300arena.com. And if you're going to be down there, as I will be, holla at your boy. Let's say Still Step sent you. It's like, no, don't say that. But yeah, I mean, say that then. It's like, no. But all right, Mr. Moyo Fit, we are at the 1 hour and 25 minute mark. I don't think we closed out earlier than this in a while. Normally it's either 1 hour and 30 and later, but we literally covered everything under the sun, especially everything that's in our headlines for today. So, job well done on us.
Get to the point, keep going.
Right? Like, next. So, but other than that, we'll check out what goes down on SmackDown tomorrow night. What's going on this weekend? We got any pay-per-views coming up this weekend? I feel like TNA got something coming up. Don't quote me on that. If I do, I apologize for not even bringing it up.
We'll see if they still got their freaking...
No. Slammiversary is the 28th. I'm tripping. I should have known that.
28th, yeah, the day.
Yeah. So Slammiversary 28th. So
it's the same day as AEW.
That is right. Yeah, for Forbidden Door. Yeah.
They're starting at like 4 p.m. though.
Right.
That's what it is. They moved up earlier because of AEW.
Makes sense. I mean, that's the smartest thing to do. So, also, to whom it may concern, in the tri-state area, NWA is coming back to the 2300 arena in July. So if you're looking to check out some pro wrestling, then again, go back to 2300arena.com's website for your tickets for NWA coming back to the 2300 arena. So all right, Mr. Moyfit, I'm definitely going to be jumping off now. Yeah, I mean, plugged everything that needed to be plugged, pause. And we definitely talked a lot of that turnbuckle talk, especially about the opportunities that's in play with everybody in the world of professional wrestling today. So, and shout out to my guy AJ Francis too. Just me shouting out off the strength of he definitely putting in work over there on the TNA front, and looking forward to chopping it up with him in July when TNA comes back to Philly. So, all right. Other than that, this was Still Steps, powered by All Offensive Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyo Fit, I am Politic and Hot, and we will holler at y'all next Thursday. Till then, peace.